Sometimes healing sucks. It's painful, it's itchy, it's irritating, it is an obstacle towards your good thoughts and your manifestations and your going forward, it seems. And so, what do you do when today healing sucks? I'm going to be talking about that this morning on Ascension Studios Morning Meditation. I am Ann Morrison, and welcome. So sometimes healing sucks. Sometimes exactly what you need is learned in a way that's painful. Going over and properly dealing with an old emotion or an old situation can be very uncomfortable until you have the balls and you do it. I'm not versed on everything that can possibly happen to everyone in the world, but I do believe that I've had enough adversity in my life to be able to say that given a good practice of mental health reinforcement, dealing with things that happened in the past, instead of running away or trying to push them down, forget them, or bury them, can have a positive outlook on your well-being every day. They're always coming up with something new. They found out that putting your bare feet on the ground helps with Alzheimer's and dementia. Grounding, simple grounding, 30, 45 minutes a day helps stave off dementia and losing your mind just by putting your feet on the earth. Dealing with your problems in your own mind and going through them and either changing the end in a lucid dreaming state or simply forgiving others and yourself for the actions of the moment and going over it enough for your brain to no longer have to be shocked back into the memory of it. Those things help with trauma and trauma responses. They did with me. They have with other people that I have talked to, and they have with some people that I've helped with color therapy. I don't know everyone in the world. I don't know if it's going to work for everyone in the world. I'm not educated as a medical doctor, so I can't even pretend that I know that it's going to help everybody in the world, and whether I'm right or not, be okay about it. What I do know is that the type of person that I am would prefer to have the ability to do something over the ability to do nothing. And the ability to do something while I'm meditating, which is the difference in my meditations and probably everybody else's, is huge because it resonates with people with my kind of brain. The kind of brain that's all over the place, that's scattered, that goes places, is extraordinarily creative while not being stupid on the other end either. Is that you? Because I need to calm my brain tornado every day to be able to think straight and give myself a place where doing things that are hard can be done efficiently and get them out of the way so I can do things that I want to do. So, where is it? I mean, some people, you get a write-up at work. What do? Okay, there's a problem. I'm given an opportunity to fix this, or I'm given an opportunity to find another job if that's what I want to do. And So I'm going to get through the circumstance of the write-up, and then I'm going to move on. But some people have to argue because obviously you didn't understand what it was that was going on that led to this, or the circumstances were something where the only true option was that this was going to be happening, and that other people were, and that this were, and that were, and this were, and you got to scream it if somebody looks like they ain't caring about it. Healing can be really hard. It can suck, it can be awful, it can be painful. It's rough shit. It really is. Elevating yourself can be rough shit. Until you let go of the fact that you have to control everything. And that's a total trauma response. I have to control everything. Once you let it go, look, Mom, no hands. And then you do those things that bring you forward. And you allow whatever is supposed to happen. And if it's painful, okay, I'm going to be in pain for a minute. And if it's rough, okay, it's going to be rough for a minute. When you do stretching, you don't stop at the part that it starts to hurt. You push a little bit on it and you let it release. And it's the same thing when you're dealing with trauma. When you are going back over these memories, you get there and then you push and you push and you push and you remember more and you remember more and you remember more. And then you fill yourself up with all of the details. All the things that you didn't want to see, then you see. All of the things that you didn't want to remember, you remember. And you find yourself totally present in that situation again. Once there, you can either change the outcome, you can do forgiveness of yourself and others, and no, it wasn't your fault. It doesn't mean you don't need to forgive yourself. Try it. You'll see. Also, painful. So what's it worth? Why do that shit? If you are having PTSD flashbacks, it's going to hurt even worse, even longer, and it's going to disrupt other parts of your life that didn't need to be disrupted. Could probably have manifested something really, really beautiful and gorgeous. So, the reason is for you to be in the driver's seat again. Not complete control, but just enough. If I swerve on there, it's not going to derail me. I can swerve back to a sexual abuse survivor. I can swerve back to that and it's not going to derail me. It's not even going to stop me talking to you or having this conversation. It is the truth. It happened and I have dealt with it and I'm okay going forward. I don't have shame about it, and so therefore I can tell you that it happened. And the reason I don't have shame is because I forgave myself for being the ignorant 15-year-old, for not knowing, and for whatever it was I thought was my fault in that. And I probably did that for years. Anyway, if you get into it, there are many things that you can do. But staying away from it, hiding it, boxing it up, putting it in a corner, that causes some serious problems on down the road. And you may not even know that's where it's coming from. Healing can be painful. But it's worth it because on the other end, you come out feeling better. Now, the other end, you come out with a true control over yourself and your own emotions for the most part. We're human beings, never 100%. We're not looking for perfection. What we're looking for is a place where we can do our positive things forward without being derailed by the crap from the past. So we have to deal with the crap from the past so that it isn't able to derail us on our path going forward. And a little bit of pain, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. It sucks going through it. And it takes some guts to do it and to keep doing it until the result pays off. And I don't have any idea what everybody's trauma and everything is about. I have no idea what people of different races have to go through. And I have no idea what people of different socioeconomic places have to go through. We can never really know what another person has to go through. I find that active meditation, tornado calming, helps me be more in control of my brain. Dealing with my trauma helps me to desensitize myself enough that even if it comes up in the middle of an important business meeting, it doesn't deflect me. And I'm still able to do my job. And that's important. And it does give me fuel for my creative practice. I make it a point to gear my artwork for the most part towards the positivity that comes out of the overcoming of an obstacle instead of the obstacle itself. Some people still find some of it sad. And okay. And I do like to deal with political issues. And I'm glad you are having an opinion about it, whether it was one I intended or not. Starting conversations about the things that are out there that nobody told us are out there, that's important stuff. It hurts. Do I stop or don't I? Well, we've always been taught once it starts to hurt, back off. Take your hand off the stove. But this stove doesn't have to burn you. And that's what we're doing. We're turning off the stove, so if our hand goes on there accidentally, we're okay. It's up to you, any way that you choose to go forward in your life. I will continue dealing with my past traumas as they come up, and the more you heal, the more they come up, because the more you're in a place to be able to deal with them. Blah, 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 blah. And I will have sovereignty over my emotions and my emotional actions. That's pretty huge. When I sit and I look back at 10 years ago, and all the times of my life where I was told that I was being crazy by having any emotion at all, I can see how far I've come. Can you see how far you've come in the last 10 years? Because you have. In one way or another, you have gone forward. You have taken steps. You have helped to desensitize the bad and bring more good and peace into your life. How have you done that? Probably didn't avoid pain. Because if you got a lesson to learn, it is my opinion, I don't know, but it seems like the universe keeps bringing you scenarios to learn it. If the easy one didn't work, then the uncomfortable one's coming next. And if the uncomfortable one didn't work, then the nudging, digging, irritating one is coming next. And if the nudging, digging, irritating one didn't work, then the painful one's coming next. And if the painful one doesn't work, the devastating one is coming next. And if the devastating one doesn't work, the break your friggin' heart one's coming next. And if the break your friggin' heart one doesn't work, total fucking life destruction. But eventually you'll learn. So I'd rather learn it one of them early on stages. Okay. Today's morning meditation is to simply accept that everything that we have gone through this year, and it's been a year, hasn't it? Was healing. It was forward momentum. It was us taking the next step. And it's good. So, let's go into our voice. This is where we express ourselves. And if we have a sovereignty over our emotions, including when we lose them, it's okay. You're human. You do that. Not everybody has to be beat up every time it happens. If we have a sovereignty over our own voice, 90% of the time, we're doing damn good. So we're going to start in the voice chakra. This is also controlling the thyroid, which sets the tone for the speed at which your physicality works. The speed at which everything works. So the voice part has an awful lot to do with the health of ourselves. So, starting off in the voice chakra, bring it down. Connect to the earth. Feel the different colors, red, orange, yellow. As we keep a nice straight spine, ears over tailbone to get really good spinal fluid flow. Heart, self-care, voice, third eye, and connect to the universe. Download the unconditional love. Download the next step. Mind Palace, calm the tornado. Feel the stillness in your mind for a moment. I accept that growth may be painful. I accept that trauma needs attention. I accept that I'm in charge of me and nothing else. And I also accept that everyone's doing the best they can in any given moment. And I celebrate you for it. I am not a terrible human being for making a mistake. I'm a growing human being. That's all. Sit in that one for a minute. Go ahead and open your eyes. You are not a terrible being for having made a mistake, been in a tough situation, had a reaction. You are not a terrible human being. You are a growing one. You can take the opportunity to grow, or you can wait for the universe to send you another message. You're smart. We know what you're going to do. Namaste.